point that I think Azril you brought up was around legacy systems, of which I think in the grid there are many, more than the new ones that come in. How should one think about controls or compensating controls in a legacy, HMI, DMS, EMS kind of system? Maybe Azril, I think you have some views on that. Yeah.
So from our experience and journey, we still use this Purdue model for the old power plant. I think that is what we call the de facto model for managing cybersecurity on the legacy power plant or a legacy, I would say, industrial control. If you have SCADA, HMI, PLC, RTU. But so far, I think we don't have much concern. For Tenaga Nasional, we don't see any motivations or cyber attacks towards the old power plant. I think because I think, how to put this way, I mean, when we look into the motivation, threat landscape, what we call the trending, most attacks on the industrial control are targeted attacks. It means that the attacker actually invests, plan to attack the specific system. So when we look into the old power plant, it pretty much do not have what we call integrated towards our IT system, even though it has, but how to put this way, it's actually almost like 50-50 separated from the network. And then some of those, what we call the controls are actually still analog. You have to go there and then start to, it has to be manual. It has to be like in person. But we do understand some of the controls are actually connected to the network, but those controls are only for monitoring. That doesn't it doesn't actually controls the, the valve and everything. But we do have 3 digital power plant. I think we have in Manjung, a few others in the northern, and also like one in the southern of Malaysia. That one is pretty much, when we actually developed the whole architecture, we look into, I would say, this IC 2443 and the Purdue model, as well as the, looking into the ISO 2701. So only if you have a power plant, or maybe a plan that utilize digitalization, you might want to put this framework into line, because it will actually help you to manage the risk, and also to recognize what are the appropriate controls that you want to place. Because they have a lot of I would call vendors out there. You have Siemens, you have Yokogawa, you have Honeywell. But if you employ Siemens, there has to be a different way of processing it. So you want to look back into your risk assessment, look into it. So within that risk assessment, then you can plan what will be your capex, whether you want to put a firewall, whether you want to put ID SIPS. So this is what we did. So every power plant that we have has a different profile. So different profiles mean different controls, and so different process.